Welcome. In this video we show you how to add and configure a radio-controlled socket and a new load in a Sunny Home Manager 2.0 system and Sunny Portal powered by ennexOS. The content shown corresponds to the administrator and installer user roles. In an existing system and Sunny Portal powered by ennexOS, new devices can be added in the device administration. To do this, click on Configuration and then on Device Administration on the left-hand side. The blue plus symbol at the top right opens a menu for adding new devices. Select the appropriate device type, SMR device or load, or the second option, device via EE-bus. To add a radio-controlled socket, select the first option and click Next. The automatic device search starts. Newly found devices are displayed directly and can be added. In this case, a new Shelly radio-controlled socket and an inverter were recorded. The desired device is selected and the process is started via Save. Sunny Portal informs you that the process may take a few minutes and that the new devices will then be visible in the device management. The direct link takes you to device administration. The new device is now visible and has been successfully added. The radio-controlled socket can now be configured as a consuming device. To do this, click on the context menu of the socket and select Configure as Load. Select the energy load on the following page. You can select the energy load, washing machine, clothes dryer, heat pump, heating element, dishwasher, and other. Depending on the type of energy load, the load type may already be set in the subsequent configuration. For example, we select Other and the item measuring and switching. This integrates the consuming device into the energy management system and measures the power that the consumer typically consumes. This information flows into the planning for load control. Clicking on Continue takes you to the configuration of the consuming device. The first step is to enter the device information. The name of the consuming device can be entered as the device name, for example, dryer. Next, the consumer type must be selected from the drop-down list. There are several to choose from. For the example dryer, home appliance is selected. The consumer types are displayed in the energy balance in the energy consumer's view. The power consumption of the consuming device is entered under maximum power consumption. The value is usually noted on the type label or in the instructions for the consuming device, for example 1 kilowatt. Pay attention to the correct value and the default unit kilowatt. Next, the priority of the consuming device is specified. If there are several loads, you can set which load is preferentially switched by the Sunny Home Manager 2.0. If it is a program-controlled consuming device, what means an appliance that runs through a fixed program such as washing machines or tumble dryers, select Yes in the next item. If the load is not program-controlled, as in the case of the dryer, No is selected. It must be possible to switch these loads on and off as required. The minimum switch on time specifies the minimum time for which the connected load is switched on. Here, 5 minutes is a sensible value. The minimum switch off time specifies how long the load is switched off, for example to prevent a motor from overheating or to prevent it from restarting too quickly. Here too, 5 minutes can be a sensible value. You can also select whether the consuming device has an automatic switch-off function, such as a heating element with a thermostatic limit switch. Click on Continue to go to step 2 of the configuration. Time period types in which the load is automatically switched on and off by the Sunny Home Manager 2.0 are defined here. In the Must Be Switched On period type, the load is always switched on. In the Can Be Switched On type, the load is only switched on if the configured conditions apply. In addition to the time slot type, the available days, the actual time period, and the runtime and time period can be set. In the Can Be Switched On time window type, you can also set the desired PV share for operating the consuming device. In future, it will also be possible to set the maximum energy costs. The points can be edited using Continue or the pencil icon. For the use case shown with the dryer, we select Can Be Switched On daily. Configure a time period from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and enter a runtime of 3 hours. The selected PV share is 100%. With these settings, the socket is idly switched on for a maximum of 3 hours between 9 am and 6 pm, provided that 1 kW of PV energy is freely available. Once everything is configured, click Continue to go to step 3. Optional settings are made in the third step. This can be information on the consuming device used, such as manufacturer, product and serial number. By clicking on Save, the load is created and assigned to the socket. A corresponding message confirms this. Click on To Device Administration to access the device administration, in which the newly configured consuming device is now visible. The device properties of the consuming device can be displayed and edited at any time via the context menu. The link to the radio-controlled socket can be removed and the device deactivated or deleted. The newly added consuming device is also visible in the consumer balance after a few minutes. The device properties can be opened via the context menu. We hope that this video could help you with your questions. If you need any further assistance, check out other tech tips on our channel or comment your questions below this video. Would you like to see the latest tech tips on SMA products? Then subscribe to our channel.